The room was clear. That's what they said. We were clearing a compound on the outskirts of Fallujah, just before sunrise. The kind of light where everything looks flat and deceptive, shadows blending into walls. Third building on the route. Third room inside. Small, cramped, barely enough space for 4 men to stand without bumping into each other. I was second man in the stack. The point man swept left. I took the right side, muzzle up, eyes scanning the corners the way we'd been trained 1,000 times. Broken table. Empty shelves. No movement. No sound except boots on concrete and the slow, controlled breathing inside my helmet. Someone behind me said it. Clear. It was calm. Routine. The kind of word you start trusting too much after enough repetitions. I stepped forward. That's when the curtain moved. Not fast. Not enough to trigger panic. Just a slight shift, like air passing through fabric. Something you'd miss if your eyes were already moving on to the next doorway. My body froze before my brain caught up. There was a second entrance we hadn't seen. A narrow doorway cut into the back wall, hidden by a hanging rug the same dusty color as the plaster. Whoever had hung it there knew exactly what they were doing. It blended perfectly. We'd walked right past it. Behind that rug was a man. I couldn't see his whole face, just one eye, wide and unblinking. His hands were up near his chest, fingers tight around something I couldn't fully identify yet. He wasn't moving. Not because he was calm, but because he was waiting. So was I. My safety was still on. My finger was already taking pressure on the trigger without me realizing it. Time slowed the way it only does when something irreversible is about to happen. I remember thinking how quiet it was. No shouting. No radio chatter. No warning. Just 2 people breathing in the same room, both knowing the next movement would decide who walked out. He blinked first. Just once. A reflex. That was enough. The point man shifted back into my peripheral vision, so what I was locked onto, and the room exploded into motion. Shouting. Commands. Weapons raised. The man behind the curtain dropped whatever he was holding, an old pistol, and went to his knees. No shots were fired. Afterward, when we regrouped outside, someone said, mostly clear. Mostly. That word stayed with me longer than the adrenaline or the shaking hands. Indoors, mostly isn't comfort. It's a warning you hear too late. That night, cleaning my weapon, I replayed the moment over and over. The curtain. The eye. The step I took because I trusted a word instead of my own check. We talk a lot about discipline and procedures in combat. About speed and aggression. But nobody talks enough about how assumptions creep in quietly, disguised as efficiency. The room was clear. Except it wasn't. And the only reason I'm here to tell this story is because one man blinked before I did.